Paris Accord is now banned permanently in the Kingdom of Canada and across the world. For the permanent dissolution of the so-called Paris Agreement, rationale number 1, it violates natural law and sovereign free will. The Paris Agreement is a centralized treaty that overrides the inherent rights of free beings and sovereign nations to govern their land, resources, air, and development without foreign intervention. It enforces a one-size-fits-all framework based on climate metrics invented and managed by an elected institution with no lawful authority under natural law. No treaty may override the free will, divine stewardship, or sacred law of the land. Number 2, it enslaves humanity through a carbon credit economy. The Accord paves the way for a global digital carbon economy, turning the act of living, breathing, heating, farming into something taxable and restrictable. It authorizes surveillance systems and punitive mechanisms to track individuals and communities, threatening privacy, livelihood, and autonomy. Breathe, life, and creation cannot be monetized or taxed. Carbon is not a crime. Number 3, it is built on fraudulent science and fear-based propaganda. Climate models used to justify the Paris Agreement have been repeatedly proven flawed or manipulated to predict catastrophe. Meanwhile, natural cycles, for example, solar activity, magnetic shifts, and cosmic rhythms, are excluded from the discussion, making the entire framework ideologically driven rather than truth-based. Natural law requires truth, not manipulated data, to serve corporate or technocratic agendas. Number 4, it enables foreign control over land, water, and food. Through carbon sinks and green development zones, the Paris Accord allows NGOs, private corporations, or foreign governments to seize farmlands, forests, and local territories under the pretense of saving the planet, displacing communities, and outlawing traditional practices. The land belongs to those who live with it in harmony, not to bureaucrats in glass towers. Number 5, it forces harmful technologies and infrastructures. Under the Paris Accord, nations are presumed to abandon organic, natural methods and adopt industrial, wind, solar, and battery mining practices that pollute ecosystems, destroy mineral-rich lands, and require rare earth extraction under exploitative conditions. True environmental healing does not require global monopolies or toxic alternatives. Number 6, it serves corporate and globalist agendas, not the people. Behind the scenes, the Paris Accord benefits elite banking institutions, private asset firms, and mega corporations that have positioned themselves to profit from climate disaster narratives, carbon trading schemes, climate insurance, and ESG investments. The people, meanwhile, face energy rationing, rising taxes, and restrictions on natural living. This is not environmentalism. It is economic warfare under a green mask. Number 7, it erodes local governance and cultural integrity. The agreement imposes global mandates that overrides local customs, ancestral wisdom, and traditional ecological knowledge, particularly in indigenous and rural regions, It replaces centuries of lived relationship with the earth with top-down bureaucratic control. Natural law honors all cultures' sacred duties as stewards, not subjects of the earth. Number 8, it paves the way for digital tyranny through green ID systems. The Paris Accord tracking requirements are being used to normalize digital IDs, carbon passports, and programmable currency tied to one's energy use, forming the infrastructure for a climate-based social credit system. Freedom is not negotiable. Nature is not a license. Energy is not a crime. Conclusion. Under the supreme authority of natural law, the Paris Agreement represents an unlawful, untruthful, and unjust system of planetary control disguised as environmental concern. It criminalizes life itself while consolidating power into the hands of technocratic elites. This royal decree protects 1. The freedom of all sovereign beings, 2. The truth of Earth's natural cycles, 3. The rightful custodianship of planet by its people, and 4. The sacred balance between humanity and creation. Thank you, everyone, and have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Your Royal Majesty, Queen Romana Didulo I, Queen and Commander-in-Chief in the Kingdom of Canada and the world, living crown, custodian of earth and humanity under natural law for today's royal decrees, Divinus Amor 240035, previously known in the 3D world as July 17, 2025. Royal Decree, permanent ban of central bank digital currencies, and in bracket CBDCs, and immediate dissolution and worldwide banning of the so-called Paris Agreement 2015. Thank you. And to our international viewers, our international hosts of Queen Romana Television World News are presenting today the transcript of yesterday's